Escape from traps and hunt the infected. Joel took it and brought it inside carefully. Tess returned to the car after closing the bag, massaging her stomach and under her chest. Are you okay? Yeah, you better fasten your seatbelt. If we hit a bump again, you might get hurt. Tess fastened her belt and took aim. They were running this way. She fired the first shot. One of the killers fell to the ground, and then the second and the third in. Joel said, "Then we will reach our building around that corner. From here on we have trouble." Yeah.
What are you going to do now? When we enter the residential area, the trailer may be attacked from all sides. A small number will not cause any problems, but sometimes they attack in large groups. We have to get off the road and move parallel to the trailer and even further. Take the M4. If necessary, massacre them. Go and be careful. Tess nodded. She went back through the window to the cargo area behind the Chevrolet. Joel pushed the gun out the window. Then he said, "Sit tight. I want to get off the road." Tess grabbed the edges of the car and Joel turned the steering wheel. When he reached parallel to the trailer, he pointed to Richard and showed him the killers. Richard signaled with his hand that he understood. Tess tied her hair back with a bandana she found in her bag so that the wind wouldn't bother her. Then she took the M4 in her hand and loaded the killers in a barrage. Joel said loudly, "The sound of the gun will kill the rest here. There's a silencer in the bag, in a black box, put it on the gun." Tess nodded. After a while, the silent gun threw the killers to the ground. The killers were humans who were transformed by a fungus or virus and were very aggressive. Some of their special types could throw a liquid up to 10 meters, which was very dangerous and contagious and acted like acid. We were all caught up in them in some way. The Flak were a group that wanted to save humanity by finding a vaccine. Many people accepted their goal, but gradually they found problems with the way they took. One of them was Barbara Honor, who once headed one of the research groups. During their research, they found that some humans were immune to this fungus or virus and did not get infected. After a while, they started kidnapping people and buying them for money. This caused conflicts with other groups, people and the police, and they were driven to the east and the southeastern and southern states. Finally, the killers' massacre was over. Tess glanced at Joel, who looked at her in the mirror and smiled. Then he let the trailer pass them again. From inside the car,
Joel held out a packet of fruit juice to Tess, who took it and sat down on the floor of the car, stretching her legs and leaning against the body of the car. After a while, they entered the first residential area. All kinds of buildings were visible, intact, half ruined and ruined. The city was silent.
Joel swerved left and right to keep both sides under control and to annoy Tess, and when he met her confused face and gaze, he turned his attention to another direction. The continuous sound of the trailer's horn drew their attention to him. Tess got up and placed the gun on the roof of the car and looked ahead. There was no one on either side.
Joel pressed the gas and drove himself to the front of the trailer. The street was blocked by barriers. He said loudly, "Destroy them with a grenade launcher, hurry up." Okay. She took the gun out of the bag. The trailer slowed down. Tess cocked the gun and fired several shots in quick succession. Joel also pressed her foot harder on the brake. The next moment,
several explosions occurred and destroyed the barriers. Joel quickly moved away from the trailer, so that in case of an accident both he and Samir would have the power to maneuver. Tess put the gun on the floor of the car and held on tightly to the guard bars on the roof. The trailer approached the barrier and passed it. Samir held the steering wheel tightly so as not to lose control. Objects were shooting around from under the trailer tires like missiles. Joel shouted, "Tess, sleep on the floor of the car, come on." She
quickly fell to the floor of the car, and put his hands on his head and neck. The sound and impact of objects on the car body was intense and loud. One of them cracked the windshield. Finally,
Trilly and then Joel passed the barrier. There was no news of those who had created it. The sound of explosions had discouraged them from doing anything. Joel said loudly, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" "No, I'm fine. Stay like this for now until we get away from here." "Okay." Joel had to break the windshield. But the thickness and quality of the glass did not allow it to easily succumb to his powerful blows.